We're with Dan Barnes from the Claremont Footy Club for Tigers TV. And Dan, Claremont going along very well at the moment, a big 40-point win over Peel, sitting second on the ladder. So the Tigers pretty happy with how the season's going so far?
Yeah, absolutely. I think so, Tyson. Obviously, the weekend was a good result, winning by 40 points against Peel, and also the reserves and the Colts had good, solid wins. I suppose it's been a bit of a different season for Claremont this year compared to last year. You know, they're coming out and pretty much blowing sides away straight up, but now they've had to come from behind and fight a bit harder for their victories. And I suppose it's been a different year for them this year with the introduction of the Foxtel Cup, and obviously they're in the final of the Foxtel Cup next week, which has added a different element to the season in terms of managing their list. So I think everything's tracking along pretty well, second on the ladder. And with the loss of West Perth on the weekend, there's still a sneaky chance to finish on top, all going well.
Yeah, so a bit of an opening there. But tell us about the Claremont district and how your district is going and how the club is supporting that region.
Yeah, look, it's been a good year for the district. From a junior community side of things, we've had a growth of about 8 to 10% of kids playing junior community footy. Our senior community side of things with the amateur clubs has also been sustainable, with maintaining the same amount of players from last year. The introduction of 1 or 2 extra Colt sides with our amateur clubs. One club in particular, Collegians, have 3 Colt sides, which is fantastic. Claremont, we'd like to think we link really well with our amateur sides in particular. If a player doesn't manage to get a game in our reserve side, for example, they then filter down and play for their amateur side, and that's such as West Coast Cowan, Scarborough, Wembley, University. All guys go back there and play. There might be 2 or 3 players a week will go back and play there if they're not getting a game for the reserves. And that usually is from a domino effect when the Eagles and Dockers come back and play for Claremont. That has that domino effect. So look, the Claremont Footy Club support the district really well.
And your regional district's going well as well, producing plenty of players from the Great Southern in particular, and also up north. Yeah,
absolutely. Obviously, we just had Country Week just recently, and the Kimberley Spirit took out the Colts section, which was very pleasing, beating Southwest by a point. They played some really good footy, and for those who are able to be there and see how they played, their football's come a long way. And we've seen some good product come out of the Kimberley playing in our Colt sides now, and obviously Jerick Whedon and also Louis Broom, who are now playing on the Eagles list and playing regular footy for Claremont. Great Southern side of things, yeah, development seems to be coming along well down there. They've got the introduction of the Great Southern Storm program down there, and those kids come up and play in our development program as well as some of them playing in our senior and reserve sides at the moment.
I'll tell you that Waylon Manson is really one to watch in the future. Tell us about the recent school holidays. You had a couple of clinics and camps going as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Every July we have our annual school holiday clinic. Last year we had about 250 kids take part in that, and this year we had 280, so it was a bit of an increase. So that was a really good result for us. The idea of having those school holiday clinics is to attach the kids to the Claremont Football Club. Obviously, the kids have an attachment to their AFL club, being the Eagles or the Dockers, but we want them to come attached to the Claremont Football Club as well. And getting 280 was fantastic. And that's on top of 160 kids that came to our April school holiday clinic this year as well.
And this week, Claremont Footy Club will hold their junior parade. Tell us a little bit about that initiative.
Yeah, every year we choose one fixture where we invite all the junior clubs. We've got 13 junior clubs within our district, and they bring their kids down for a parade day down at Claremont. Last 2 years we've had about 600 kids, and they take part in a parade prior to the game. Obviously this week Claremont play East Perth, so that's before that game. The kids take part in the parade before the game. They parade onto the ground. They get a little bit read out over the PA about the history of the club. And then they perform a guard of honour for the league players. It's quite a large guard of honour, but the players seem to get a kick out of that with having 600 kids clap them onto the ground when they come onto the ground. So it's a big day. It's a big day for the club. We like to have that strong relationship with our junior clubs, because a lot of kids from our junior area have obviously come through and played league footy for Claremont, and once again want those kids to understand who their waffle club is.
Which should be a great weekend. Everyone get down there, and thanks for joining us on Tigers TV.
No worries. Thanks, Tyson. Cheers.